Welcome to Rauta, I am Jerry and it's time for yet another festival preview. This one is a small one and it's actually a favor to my friends who told me about this festival and I decided to help them out. So there is no gain for me really, but let's get it sorted nonetheless. This one is Heretical Fever meeting on the early days of May here in Finland in a city called Seinäjoki. Not exactly a big city, but then again not totally unknown because Numerok is actually relatively close to this place. So this one is 2 days of mostly black metal related bands, and it has 4 bands on Friday and another 6 of those on Saturday. It's relatively cheap priced for the various reasons. First of all, not too many names. I mean, it's not really comparable to those bigger events which have dozens and dozens of bands to play. And secondly, there are not too many big ones. We could really argue there are no big names, but more like the small underground names of smaller and a little bit less in size. So let's tackle it and talk about True. I'm not going to pretend I know all these bands, but I know most of them and that is enough for me to make this video. Now for Saturday, this one lineup is made of mostly 2 bigger bands known as Sarastus, a black metal band you might already know because first of all they have a couple of albums out and something that I interviewed earlier this year. A promising band that is not too old but already experienced enough to make good black metal music. That is then again supported by bands like Unfed, which is not exactly purely black metal but lots of that stuff there in the music as well with a little crustiness in the making. Also featured, by the way, last summer in an interview, something that you should probably keep your eyes and ears peeled for. It's a good band also. Then something from my home city, actually, we share one member with Seidur in my own band Nightside. And they're gonna be one of the warm-up bands as well. Their style is very, very Nordic. You could probably say pagan, melodic, black metal versus the more satanic and grim and all that stuff. The latest album got kind of like out without too much going on, unfortunately so, but I mean, it's definitely a good album, so something to keep your ears and eyes peeled for. So these are the Friday bands, 4 days, nothing too big, but then again, it also means you don't have to be too early. Which is very convenient for those who are coming from a little bit farther away. Most likely, I guess, this is not exactly very suitable for people outside Finland. First of all, this video comes a little bit late in terms of when this festival is happening. And secondly, maybe it's not exactly big enough festival for people outside Finland, to come to Finland. That is, unless you're, of course, staying for Steelfest and what have you, in case this might fit in your schedule and all. Now, the second day is headlined by Azagal, an old veteran Finnish black metal band already. I mean, being here for almost 30 years, and of course, a lot of people in the underground black metal scene know it for their style, being very grim and all. That is supported by a bunch of bands. There are a couple of names which I really don't know except for the name, including Kodar, Progeny of Sun. But for example, this demo level band Victimarium, which actually shares the drummer with Seidur, and their demo was good. I'm talking about Victimarium here, which gave me the demo at last Steel Chaos, and I got to review it early on with the Underground Trio. It's actually very, very promising band made of young members playing rather traditional second wave black metal. Maybe nothing out of ordinary, but given it's a demo level recording and these guys are doing, in my opinion, solid work, it's definitely something that you might give a chance. Then also a band with a weird logo going from up to down rather than the traditional way is Sarvekas, which is something that already has a few releases out, and much like Sarastus, very, very solid all the way so far. Coincidentally, this is just mere coincidence, but like I said, I'm helping a friend here out. Sarvekas also shares their live session guitarist actually plays in the same band as me with Nightside. So both Seidur and Sarvekas actually have a guitarist from Nightside as well. So there's a little bit personal investment in that segment. Now, while this event is no big, I mean, like I said, the price range is not too much. Less than 30 euros for 2 days and less than 20 for sorry, less than 40 euros for both days and less than 30 euros for Saturday and less than 20 for Friday. So in my opinion, rather nice value for the price, considering that there's 10 bands in total. And as such, while they're not big, at least you have some good quality stuff happening. And especially if you're into underground black metal, going beyond the bigger names and all. Now, more information you can find from the links provided in the description box. Should you have any questions and all, just let me know and I'll answer to the best of my capabilities. I hope you have a good time right there, and let's hope that Heretical Fever meeting will take place later on with the second version as well. Rauta.